Welcome. In this video I'm going to be taking a look at this VXDAS TPMS or tire pressure monitoring system. So this was provided to me by the distributor, but they're not compensating me for this video and they're not reviewing it before I post it. If you find this video helpful and you want to purchase one of these, I'll put a link to it in the description, and if you use that link, it helps me out a little bit and doesn't cost you anything extra. So some of the features here: it has solar charging, has USB charging. So if you park in a garage you may not have good solar charging, so you can charge it with USB. Has pressure monitor, temperature monitor, color digital display, anti-high temperature. So let's pull this out. Here we have the manual. Let's take a quick look at it. Now you want to read through this on your own. So this shows the different buttons. So you can pause and read through that, but the up button is the on-off button. You can also use it for switching menu, value adjustment, adjust brightness, long press for on-off. Then we have menu button. This talks about the function settings. So we have tire pressure units, temperature units, tire pressure limits, temperature limits, tire switching mode, factory reset. Here are the installation instructions. So you screw on the anti-theft nut, then you screw on the sensor, then you tighten the anti-theft nut against the sensor. So it shows it here. This talks about changing the batteries. So the Amazon description says the battery should last around 3 years. So let's pull this out. So this is the unit that sits on your dash. It's pretty small. And these are the sensors for your tires. So it comes with a USB cable for charging. Let's go ahead and plug this in. Let's take a closer look at it real quick. So it has a place here to put a self-adhesive pad, which would be this. So that could fit there and you could put that on your dash. Charge port is on the right side and the buttons are on the top. With plastic over the screen. Let me pull that out. And we have plastic over the solar panel. So the USB cable is about 1 meter or 40 inches. So I'll plug that in here. And that's currently charging at 0.12 amps. It just dropped to 0.09. And here's the wrench with the lock nuts. So you'll thread this on the valve, and then this will thread on top of it. Here's an old bike valve, so I can show this a little bit. Now I could show this on a car, it's just easier to show on my bench here where I have good lighting. Okay, so here we have the valve. We're going to put the jam nut on, or the lock nut. So I'll thread that on with my finger all the way. I mean, you could use the wrench, but it should go on easy. Then we'll put the sensor on. So I want that tightened down, and then I'll just tighten that up with my finger, like that, and now I'll tighten down on it. So I may need to hold this in place while I'm tightening this, and they'll tighten against each other, and that will make it harder to pull that off. Now I didn't tighten it real tight, so that's pretty easy now. So these are labeled A, B, C, or D. Now if you want to get the battery out, you'll put the wrench on here, and we'll unscrew it. You have to have pretty good grip on there. And there's the cell. If I'm this far, I might as well take it out. And that's a CR1632, and it's a Panasonic battery, so I would guess that's probably a pretty good quality battery. Okay, let's take a look at this. So we'll hold down the up button to turn it on. Turn my light off here. Okay, so here we have the display. Looks like a car going down the road. So it's currently set to bar and Celsius, so I want to change that. So I'm going to hold the menu button for 3 seconds. And we have unit. So it says short press the menu button. So bar is flashing, so I'll press up. Now we're at PSI. To do temperature, I'll hold down the M button. It says short press up down to find the C or F unit. We can see the C over here. So I want to press menu, and then I'll switch down, and now it's F. That's not very visible, although you really don't care about that most of the time. You'll just know what it is. So now if we press up or down now, we're going to go through the different tires. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. This is where we can change the settings for the limits. So I'll leave those as is for now. So I'll get this installed in my car and then we'll test it out. Okay, so I'm out here at the car, and to install this I'll unscrew the valve cap, and this isn't the car I'm going to be putting this on permanently. I'm just testing it on this car. So this is the driver's side front, so I want front left. If you're looking at left and right in a car, you do it from the reference of sitting in the driver's seat. So normally I'd put that nut on there to lock it, but I'm just going to put this on as is. And I heard a little bit of air escape. That's no big deal, but that's on there now. So I'll do that to all 4 tires and we'll look at the receiver. So if you're wondering what your tire pressure should be, usually there's a little placard on the door jamb. Sometimes it might even be on the door, but we can see here it says front and rear is 35 and 33 psi respectively. So the front should be 35, rear 33. So here we have the receiver, and we can see the fronts are at 34 and the rear at 33. So it's good to have the right PSI, but consistency is also important. If I noticed all 4 were low, that could be due to the cold weather. They just may need to be topped off. If they all look good but one is low, that would most likely mean that there's a leak. So this is looking pretty good right now. So I could mount this on the dash, but I'll probably just put this down here right now, and I do have a little port back here I could plug it into to charge it. Let's come back and check this in a little bit, see if we have different numbers. Now the numbers can vary depending on temperature. Okay, so I want a little drive here, and it hasn't changed much. We see that the right front tire went up to 35. Now I did notice the temperature changed before. I think it said 68, and I just brought these in from outside, so it took a couple minutes for the temperature to update, but they're looking about the same now. So we can see 53, 55, 55, 57. Now that's another indication. If your temperature gets really hot, you might have a brake hanging up or something. But it's a pretty cool day today, so I don't expect these to get too hot. So that's the VXDAS tire pressure monitoring system. I think this is going to be really nice when I install it on my towing vehicle. I'm always concerned about my tire pressures because when you have the extra weight of a trailer on a vehicle, it can heat the tires up more, or it can have a greater effect if you do have a flat tire. I like how easy this was to set up and use. You basically just screw the tire pressure sensor on each tire and it shows up on the screen. I like that this also has dual modes, so you can charge it with solar or a USB cord. So if you want this tucked out of the way, you can do that, or you can mount it up on your dash where you can see it. So that's all I'm going to cover in this video. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments. If you like this video, please click like. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, I'd appreciate it if you could do that. And thanks for watching. Until next time, goodbye.